It was raining heavily in Covent Garden. Under the entrance to St. Paul's Church, a group of people gathered, shaking the water off their clothes and peering out at the rain.
Where can Freddy be? He's been gone for 20 minutes.
I don't know. He must have found a cab by now.
I'm afraid I can't find a cab.
Oh, Fred, you didn't try properly. Go and look again.
There aren't any cabs, I tell you. The rain came on suddenly and everybody wanted to take a cab.
Don't be silly, Freddy. Go and look again and don't come back until you found a cab.
Oh, very well. I'll go.
Oh, Freddy, look where he's going, won't you?
Sorry.
Excuse me, how do you know my son's name?
Oh, he is your son, is he? He done stole my flowers and didn't pay me. Will you pay me? Don't give her any money, Mother. You shouldn't give her anything.
Please be quiet, Clara. Have you got any money?
No, I found a sixpence.
Give it to me. Here you are, girl.
Thank you, lady. Make her give you the change, Mother. Those flowers are only a penny a bunch.
You can keep the change, girl, but tell me, how do you know my son's name?
I don't. I'd call everyone Freddy or Charlie when I wanted to be friendly. Really? Mother, what a waste of sixpence.
That's enough, Clara. Let's step aside and wait for Freddy. Oh, this dreadful weather. When will it stop?
I'm afraid it's getting worse.
Be a gentleman, sir, and buy a flower off a poor girl.
I'm sorry, I haven't any change. But wait. Here's 3 pence. You can have that.
You'd better give him a flower for his money. There's a man here, writing down every word you're saying.
I ain't done nothing wrong. Oh, sir, don't let him charge me.
There. Who is hurting you? You silly girl. And what do you take me for?
Don't worry, girl. See, I'm a policeman, are you?
Do I like a policeman? Now tell me, man, how is life in Sicily?
How do you know I'm for Sicily? Are you a fortune teller? Do someone else? Where does he come from?
Cheltenham, Harrow, Cambridge, and India.
Quite right. How on earth did you know that?
It's a simple phonetics. It's a science of speech. It's my job and also my hobby.
Really?
Yes, I can tell you where anyone comes from, only by the way they speak.
But can you make a living doing that?
You see this awful creature here with her terrible English. In just 3 months, I could pass her off as a duchess.
You ain't serious.
Well, that's very interesting. I'm an expert in Indian dialects myself.
Oh, are you? Do you know Colonel Pickering? He wrote a book about Indian dialects.
I am Colonel Pickering. Who are you?
I'm Professor Henry Higgins.
Well, I never. I came to London to meet you.
How wonderful. Come and see me tomorrow. I live at 27A, Wimpole Street.
Very well. I look forward to seeing you in the morning.
Hey, buy a flower before you go.
Oh, all right. Here you are.
Oh, look at that.
The few coins that Higgins gave the flower girl didn't mean much to him, but they made a huge difference to her. It's important to help people who have less than we do. Sat at Higgins' study and discussed a wide variety of Indian dialects.
Excuse me, Professor Higgins. There's a young woman here to see you, sir. She's a very common girl.
I see. Does she have an interesting accent?
Oh, it's dreadful, sir.
Very well. Send her in. This is lucky. Now I can show you how I make records of people's voices.
This is the young lady, sir.
Oh no, this is the girl I met last night. I've already written about her accent. Get out, girl. I don't want you here.
Don't you be so rude to me. You ain't heard why I come here yet. I'm come to have lessons, I am.
Pickering, shall we ask her to sit down or shall we throw her out?
Do sit down. Now tell us, what is it you want?
I wants to be a lady. He said he could make me one, so here I am, ready to pay him for lessons.
What's your name, girl?
Eliza Doolittle.
And how much do you intend to pay me for the lessons?
Well, I ain't paying much to learn my own language, so I won't give more than a shilling. Take it or leave it.
A shilling? Do you know, Pickering, that a shilling is about 40% of your daily income? If a millionaire paid me 40% of his daily income, he would pay me 60 pounds.
60 pounds? I never said nothing about 60 pounds. I ain't got 60 pounds.
Oh, girl, please be quiet and take this to wipe your eyes.
Higgins, I have an idea. You are the greatest teacher alive. Do you think you can make this girl into a lady in time for the ambassador's party?
I don't know.
I'll bet you all expenses of the experiment you can do it, and I'll pay for the lessons.
Oh, you're a real gentleman, sir.
It's certainly an interesting experiment. She is so very common, so very dirty.
Oh, I ain't dirty. I washed my face and hands before I come. I did.
I shall do it. I shall make this awful creature into a lady in time for the ambassador's ball. I will make people believe that she is a duchess.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Take her away and clean her up, Miss Pierce. Burn her clothes and wrap her in brown paper until the new ones arrive.
Oh, you're no gentleman, you're not. I'm a good girl, I am.
I haven't got anywhere to put her, sir.
Then put her in the dustbin.
Oh.
Oh, Professor Higgins, you can't do this. You don't know anything about this girl. She may be married.
Married? Who'd marry me?
My word, Eliza. There will be a queue of men waiting to marry you by the time I finish with you.
Oh, do be sensible, Professor. You must think about what will happen to this girl.
What do you mean, Mrs. Pierce?
Well, are you going to pay her wages? And where will she go when you finish your experiment?
When I finish with her, she can go anywhere she likes and do anything she likes.
Exactly, she will be a lady. What do you think of that, Miss Doolittle?
Well,
You shall stay with me for the next 6 months and learn how to speak beautifully. Then we shall go to the ambassador's ball. And if you pass off as a lady, you shall start a new life as a lady in a flower shop. What do you think?
I think you'd better let me speak to the girl in private.
Very well, Miss Pierce. Take her off to the basket.
oh, you're no gentleman, you're not. I won't stay here if I don't like it. I'm a good girl, I am.
Colonel Pickering and Professor Higgins were sitting by the fire when Mrs. Pierce returned to the room.
Sir, I'm afraid we have another problem now. There's Mr. Doolittle here to see you. He says you have his daughter.
Very well, send the man in.
Mr. Doolittle, sir.
Professor Higgins,
Here, go sit down.
I come about a very serious matter. I want my daughter.
Well, I'm not going to keep your daughter for you. How dare you come here and try to blackmail me?
Blackmail you? What are you talking about?
You sent her here on purpose. You want money. I shall call the police.
No, wait a second. I never said nothing about money.
Well, what else have you come here for? Do go on with your story.
Well, Eliza sent a boy for her things, and I met him on the street. He told me where she was, so I come here to find out what was going on.
I see. You can take her away now.
Now, hold on. I like you, and I can see that you are a gentleman.
Oh, can you?
Yes, I'm sure we can come to an arrangement. After all, what's £5 to you, and what's Eliza to me?
You mean you should sell your daughter to us? Here you know morals.
I can't afford morals. If he was as poor as me, morals are for the rich.
We shall give him £5, Pickering, and we shall write to Professor Wonderfeller.
Professor who?
Professor Wonderfeller, the famous professor of morality.
Exactly. We shall tell him that, If he ever wants a man to talk about morality among the poor, he should send for Mr. Alfred Doolittle.
Don't mix me up. I just want 5 pounds. I ain't asked for nothing more.
Then, here you are. Are you sure you don't want more? I can give you 10 pounds if you like.
Oh no, 10 pounds is too much. 5 pounds is all I want. Thank you, sir. I'd better go now. Oh, excuse me, miss.
Blimey, don't you know your own daughter?
Well, I never. It's Eliza.
Don't I look silly?
Silly, you look amazing.
Mr. Higgins, please, don't make the girl conceited about herself.
Well, I never thought she would be as good looking as that.
You come regularly to see your daughter, Mr. Alfred Doolittle? It's your duty, you know.
Of course I'll come. But I can't come this week because I have dropped out of the town. I'll come later. Afternoon, gentlemen.
Don't you believe the old liar? You won't see him again in a hurry.
I don't want to see him again, Eliza. Do you?
I don't want never to see him again. I don't. I'm going to be a lady now. I should like to show everyone in my own street what I look like now. And I wouldn't speak to them, you know.
Perhaps you should wait until you have more fashionable clothes. Your new things will be here soon.
Besides, you shouldn't be so rude to your old friends. You mustn't be a snob.
Don't call them my friends. They left me in the past and now I want to put them in their place.
The new clothes have come for Eliza to try on.
Hooray!
We have taken a very difficult job, Pickering.
We have, indeed.
Alfred sold Eliza to Professor Higgins for 5 pounds. Perhaps the two men didn't realize that there are some things when you just can't buy them.